tips, and today we're going to be looking at a feature in Excel called vlookup formulas. So if you look at my screen here, on sheet 1 I have a list of people's names, shoe sizes and ages. It's quite a few names. And on another sheet or in another workbook we have a few people and a bit of information, and we'd like to have their ages, but the ages are in sheet 1 in the third column here. So one way of doing it is to look at the name, look it up here ourselves. There's Nikita, and we can see that Nikita is 46 years old. So we go to sheet 2 and we type 46 in here. Now obviously that's quite tedious, and if we have a long list, we obviously want to find a quicker and more efficient way of doing this. So this is where we use the vlookup formula. So we'll go into the cell where we want the age to appear, and we start a new formula by saying, or by typing equals, and then we type the name of the formula, which is vlookup, stands for vertical lookup. Now the first value, the lookup value that we need is where is the name that we are trying to look for in our reference table. So here we want to look up the name Nikita, so we'll say, well, let's use the cell B3 as our lookup value. Then we type a comma to go to the second term of the vlookup formula. Now the table array represents the table where our reference data is, or the data that we'd like to look up, and that is on sheet 1. So you type a comma, and without doing anything else, you just go to sheet 1. And here you can see that your formula is still being written in the formula bar. And here I'll just select the entire table with all the columns that I could possibly be interested in. So I select, right all the way to the bottom. There we go. Notice here that it's written sheet 1 B3 to D71, which are the coordinates of my the range of cells that I'm interested in. I should press F4 on B3 and F4 on D71 so that whenever I copy this formula, it doesn't change the reference table size. Okay. So now I'm going to put a comma, go to my third term, which is the column index. Now looking again at sheet 1, which column am I interested in returning? So column 1 is the first name, column 2 is the shoe size, and column 3 is the age. So the column that I'm interested in is column 3. So here, not sheet 2, but I'll just put column 3. And then the last term is whether we're looking for an exact match or whether we're looking for an approximate match. So Nikita, I want to find Nikita exactly and not any other names that sound like Nikita. If I do true, for example, if I type a true here, I might find a name that's called Nikki, for example. And I might then miss out on the actual Nikita if Nikki is first in the list. So false is the most commonly used value because it ensures that we look for an exact match. So Nikita will be only matched with Nikita and nobody else. Now once I've written that, so let's go through it again. VLOOKUP, we're looking at B3, so this cell, in the reference sheet 1, B3 to D71. We want the third value, and we want an exact match. And then we can validate that. And we'll see that Nikita, okay, here it's rounded up, so let's just, it brings back the fact that Nikita is 46 years old. Let's just see if that's the truth. Nikita was in fact 46 years old, yes, or is in fact. And then we just take that and drag down the formula, and this will then work out the VLOOKUP formula for the rest of the people in the list. Okay, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this. See you later.